Right, ladies and gentlemen, what we have today is some top tips from Microsoft Word. So, if English is maybe not your first language, or you're learning some new key terminology for a specific subject, you come across a term that you're not really sure what it means, you could just obviously jump to Google and just look it up and see what the dictionary says. Alternatively, in Word, you can just right-click. On the menu, you've got options such as synonyms. So that'll give you words that mean the same sort of thing as the word you're looking at. So in this case, I've looked up veracity, and it's telling me that could also be truth or legitimacy, honesty, authenticity. Or you can go to the thesaurus and have a look and see if there's any other suggestions. Alternatively, if that really isn't helping you much, you can actually just search veracity from within Word itself. And it will go off and find some web resources for you. There's the definition from Collins Dictionary. There's a definition from dictionary.com. And right at the top here, you can see we've got a dictionary definition of veracity. There's a little speaker there that explains how you pronounce that. And there's the explanation of what it means. Conformity to facts or accuracy. An example from the dictionary of how that looks. And again, there are some synonyms here, which are all links. So if you want to click on any of these, it will then go off and tell you what that means. And if you're interested in the etymology and the origin of the word, then underneath here, you can see it comes from the French veracité, which means to speak truthfully. So that's a nice little feature if you're unfamiliar with that in Word. The other feature that I wanted to show you today was Word also now has a tool where it will kind of suggest a rewrite for you if it thinks there's maybe a slightly easier way of writing that. So you can see here, these 5 V's are the key characteristics that must be considered when discussing and analysing big data. If I highlight that, right-click once more, I've got an option here to suggest a rewrite. So it's going to go off and suggest, oh look, I could maybe change it. These are 5 V's that are essential characteristics rather than key characteristics. The 5 V's are essential characteristics that must be considered. The 5 V's are essential elements that must be considered. So it's just recommending maybe some slightly different ways of saying the same thing that might make it a little bit clearer and easier for people to understand. Now, if you are now thinking, oh, I can just rewrite my entire thing with this and just copy and paste it from somewhere else, well, no, you can't, because you'll see now I've selected a big chunk of text and the option to rewrite that has disappeared. So it only works for small sentences here and there, and it really is just a mechanism to help you explain it maybe slightly better or reword it in a way that's maybe easier to understand. It's not, there for you to just paraphrase and take some AI content and just rewrite it. That's not the purpose of it. Okay, so a couple of things there that you may find useful, when it comes to writing assignments or just understanding new terms.